I'm excited to welcome on one of the top prospects in 2023 and Jaylen Curry. What's going on today, bro?
Was good.
Not much, man. Well, your freshman season's in the books now. You had an incredible year. Take us through the first season.
My first season was a learning process. I had to take in some of the stuff that my coaches was giving me on how to be a freshman and come in and like bond with the teammates that I had that was already there before me
Mhm.
and play games. Like it was different from AAU because like AAU you can listen to your coach, but when you go out there you can like do whatever you want and all that. But my freshman season, I had to listen to my coach actually run the plays, play my position, and just help my teammates and stay focused.
And you did come in with a lot of buzz behind your name, coming off a USA camp, coming off an incredible, just all-around performance heading into middle school. And you come into high school. What was it like kind of embracing the crowds and media? How did you get used to that as a high schooler?
Well, at first, like first beginning of the season, I didn't like take it as well. Like I would always respond to people and like go into what they was saying. But then like I had to sit down with my parents, my coaches, all the people that's like in my life with my basketball. They told me like that stuff is gonna come with having having a name, being a freshman, you already this and that. That just go come with it. So like I took that in and I was just like, people go say what they say. I'm just gonna have to do what I have to do.
And I think one of those breakout performances in a way was your very first double-double. You had that in December. When you had that game, what kind of was going through your mind? What was it like just getting that first double-double down?
It was good. I had a good mindset that game. My coach talked to me prior to the game.
Mhm.
Um, I helped my team. I helped my team out. Um, it was a good. I had a good mindset when I had to double double that game.
That is something that not a lot of people realize. I mean, we can watch the mixtapes. We see that you obviously are shifty. You can get to the rim. You can finish. You can score at will. But how was the passing aspect? How much pride do you take in your passing?
My passing, I can pass. Like, yeah, I can pass. I can get my teammates open. Yeah, but like scoring, I don't really like score like that because
Mhm.
I'll be like trying to like get my teammates involved. Because when I was younger, I didn't really do too much good as that. I was like used to always score, but then as I got older, I had to realize I couldn't win the game without having my teammates. So like I had to put the passing part into my game, and it just played a big part in my game now.
At what point would you say you kind of realize that passing needed to be a priority of your game and you really wanted to work and key in on your passing?
It was an AAU game. It
Mhm.
was an AAU game. I was just scoring, and like this team would just kept like in the game with us. So like my coach, he was like Jalen, you can't like score and win the game. You got four other guys on the court to help you win this game. So I'm like, all right. So we get in the game, pass it, we go up. So I'm just like, all right, I'm gonna keep doing this. And then as I got older now, it's starting to like build in my head.
That's big time. And there's one thing we have to touch up on is we talk about your ball handling. I'm not sure there's another guard in your class that, or even maybe the country that's a better ball handler, more 50 than you. What's it like having that ball handling skills and how much work have you put into your ball handling?
Well, since this quarantine stuff, I've been putting in a lot of work. Shout out to Mr. Crossman. He been helping me. My dad, my uncles, my mom, all them. I've been putting in a lot of work, and yeah.
There's not like a lot of guys, like I said, that has as good a ball handling as you do. I mean, when you're looking to set up a guy and you're trying to get top by a guy, you do one of your moves. What goes through your mind? How do you set up a guy?
How I set up a guy is I look at how like they're playing defense. Like
Mhm.
I look at how they feet, how they legs, how they body posture is. I just look at all that. So like once I hit my move and then I freeze them, then I just go right past them.
And we hear the comparisons, guys like Chris Paul, guys like Kyrie, especially in the finishing end for you. Who's some guys you look to that you kind of model your game after, or you even think you could possibly become someday?
Um, Probably Kyrie Irving.
Hmm.
Like especially around like the basket and stuff like that. Like the jellying part or like get into the man and then score, all that probably Kyrie Irving.
And that is another thing I just said. It's a huge comparison for you. We see how much IQ you play with, where you can finish all over the place. When did you first start realizing you had that kind of high level IQ to kind of do what you pull off in games?
Probably when I turned 13.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, when I turned 13, I started to realize that that's going to give me more finishes and stuff like that. Cause when I was little, I used to just go up,
Mm-hmm.
like just regular layups. But then like when I was playing against like older people, it was like I can't just like go up and like they just go be right there. So like I had to find a way to maneuver around the goal so I can finish more.
One of the guys that said you could possibly compare to some people is Chris Paul. It's a team you're going to be running with AAU whenever that stuff gets going again. Why did you choose to want to run with them?
I know like all the guys. So like with them, it's like I got a bond already,
Mm-hmm.
and like it's just there. I just feel like them guys they been with me, they work with me, they know what I done did and stuff like that. They been there for me. So like them guys, I can really like run with them, play the games with them, go out with them, all that. So we really just got a bond right there with Team CP3.
And for you personally, what's this whole AAU looking like? I know a lot of guys, it's all up in the air right now. What's it look like? How many tournaments do you plan on doing? Just what's the AAU you're looking like for you right now?
Well, with CP3, we got 5 games, and like it's gonna start. My AAU season gonna start like late in July,
Okay.
and I'm gonna play with CP3 for sure. Free Bands Elite. Um, I think probably Team Curry
Mm-hmm.
and my cousin team Anthony Morrow, his team. I'm gonna be playing with them sometime in Rock Hill, and yeah, them the 4 teams I'm gonna be playing with this year in AAU.
So the clear thing is you obviously like being on the court. You want to get games in. And that's something that people talk about. You have a high work ethic as well. Who kind of established that work ethic in you?
My dad for sure. My dad for sure. Cause my dad, he used to be like a ongoing person. Like his energy level is just there. So like when I was younger, I used to just work with him. He taught me I had to build that work ethic, have a high energy on the court and off the court, in the classroom, playing basketball, whatever I'm doing in life. I always got to have a high energy. Yeah, I learned that from my dad. I got that from my dad.
That's big time, and that's something I know obviously came out recently. It was the first 2023 rankings by ESPN. You weren't in that group, but a lot of people say you are top 25 talent, and at least you will be there. When you see that list, what kind of chip does it put on your shoulder?
It didn't really put no chip on my shoulder. It was just like all right, if I wasn't on there, then I got way more work to do.
Mm-hmm.
Take this time right now to do my work. It's gonna pay off. So I really wasn't really tripping off the rankings. It was just like, all right, I got to do my work since I ain't put in the work previous. So yeah.
For you personally, what do you think it's going to take for everyone to start recognizing you as being a top 25 or a 5-star talent?
Probably my attitude and the way I'm like moving, my attitude and the way I'm moving. That's gonna help me. That's gonna help me more and help the recruiters look at me more.
And for you personally, when that time does come to start looking at colleges seriously, what are some things you're looking for in a college?
To build on myself more as a person, more mature, and build with other guys so I can like win games, the championships, all that stuff. Yeah, probably the most important though is building on myself and building with other people.
A lot of people expect for you guys to be able to go straight to the NBA or at least have the G League route still available. Or either one of those things something that you will consider down the road?
That's probably something I'll like figure on like down the line. But right now, probably is like going to high school, get my college education, and then going to the NBA. Because right now, I'm really not focused on like the NBA right now. I'm really like focused on my education and like myself as a person.
And obviously, you focused in a lot about that. For you to be able to kind of work on your attitude, you talked about your education. I mean, what's kind of the goals you set for yourself off the court before you graduate?
Uh, to be a people's person, cause like right now I have like a look that like people always think that I'm like I'll be me or like you can't talk to me or something. So like I'm trying to build on that, like build that I can have a conversation with people.
Absolutely, man. And like I said, there was one big thing you were a part of. You're one of only a couple of guys that were able to go to Team USA only as a freshman last year. To get the opportunity, what was that like?
It was a good opportunity. I met a lot of top recruited players. They said with me, talked to me on how this is a big role in my life. They told me how they did they work to get here and how they did their work in high school. They just taught me a lot of stuff and it meant so much to me. I never really had an opportunity that big before, so like it played a big part in my life to keep working and more opportunities go come for me.
You kind of touched up on a huge thing. I mean, you kind of had mentors to a degree. I mean, you have guys like some of the top guys in the 2020 class, 2021, 2022 class. Who were some of the guys you kind of looked up to or guys that looked to kind of help you and really gave you a lot of advice during your time there?
Probably Zay Todd,
Mm-hmm.
because when I was there, he was like an energetic guy. He was dancing. Uh, he was like helping people. He was doing all the stuff that the coaches wanted a player to do. So like my position right now, I'm helping people, helping the younger kids that look up to me, all that stuff. And like Zayton, he did that. So like when I got there, he was there to like help me with those type of stuff.
And you were able to go up against some of the top guards in the country. Guys like Sky Clark were there. A lot of this the top overall guards. What was it like going up against some of those guys?
It was it was hard. It was hard, but I had to adjust to it. The coaches they was on me, but them guys they some good players.
We know right now the USA stuff got shut down until this COVID stuff's all over, but you're gonna probably get an invite back someday. What would it be like to possibly go there now for the second time, and how do you kind of plan to grow on what you learned from the first time?
What I'll bring back is like a better attitude. I know more guys now.
Mm-hmm.
Um, Listen to the coaches. Yeah, it was a lot of stuff that they taught me there and that I could bring back as I've grown back to the USA camp and show them that I can fit in their league.
Some of the guys you're out there with was Chris Lockett, Courtney Anderson. Did you guys kind of grow a nice bond together while you guys were there together as well?
Yeah, with some of them guys like DJ Wagner, um, Chris Lockett, all them guys, I knew them, so like it was already a bond. Like with all the 2023 guys, it was already a bond right there with them. So like when we got there, it was like yeah, we already know each other. Let's get to know the other guys so they know who we are, all that stuff. So yeah.
That's awesome. And we hear a lot of these connections of guys obviously want to team up now at the next level. Countless college guys team up. Is there someone that you'd say if the offers align someday, if everything works out right, these days there may be one guy you say is probably your dynamic duo guy that you think you and someone else would be an elite duo in college?
Um, Probably my boy Robert Dillingham,
Mm-hmm.
or Biz. But if not, I'd rather play against them in college, because that would be like, you feel me? It would be like more of a competitive game instead of us being on the same team to where we just blow all teams or something like that. So like it'll probably either them or I'll probably rather play against them.
Gotcha. And another big breakout thing for you that really blew you up was the MSH TV camp last year. What was that camp like?
It was a good experience. It was a lot of talent out there. It was a lot of talent. Actually it was my first time going up there as a freshman. I mean, not as a freshman, as an eighth grader.
Mm-hmm.
It was my first time going up there. I didn't know what was going on. I thought it was like a fundamental camp, but as I got up there, it was skills. Then we had to play games. Then I did the drop 70 points. I did that. Met some more top recruited players. Yeah, it was a fun experience. It was fun.
And you're also living in the state of North Carolina right now. The Carolinas in general have really developed a lot of talent as of late. What's it like being out there right now?
It's a lot of talent out here.
Mm-hmm.
People that's not even seen or looked at. It's a lot of talent out here that can really make some noise and bring the city to the top. It's fun out here. It's a lot of stuff to do. A lot of trainers. Everybody know each other. Yeah, it's fun out here in North Carolina.
That's big time. And a couple more things before I let you go. One thing I know you talk about is obviously your faith. I know you're a believer. I mean, just talk about how God's helped get you to the point you're at today.
God helped me a lot. God helped me a lot. I used to I used to do a lot of bad things, a lot of bad stuff, but had to talk to him, pray to him, wish that he can forgive me for all the stuff that I did. You feel me? Like all that stuff. So like God helped me a lot, and I know he got some more paths. He got more paths for me. Yeah, he helped me a lot.
Amen, man. I mean, definitely God's got a special path for you, man. And kind of just to my last question I want to ask you, and that's you got a long path still ahead of you. And so by the time you move away from the game of basketball in the future, ultimately, what do you want that legacy to be for both what you accomplished on the court, but also what you got to do back home for your community and accomplish off the court?
Um, I would probably like my community. I give back. I already know. I know I'm gonna do something with my life. Like as far as basketball,
Mm-hmm.
like and other plans I got for my life. But I'm not gonna be the type to like be for myself. And like this North Carolina, all that stuff they did a lot for me. So like I'll give back to the community and people that done did stuff for me or people that haven't even did stuff for me that need help. So like yeah, I'll give back to the community.
And we'll definitely appreciate you taking time to come on, my guy. Look forward to seeing what God got next for you, man.
I appreciate it.
Of course, man. You're always welcome on, bro. God bless.
I bet you too.